Greetings. It's been a while since I did a divine feminine, divine masculine reading. So I think today is that day. We're going to start with ladies first, divine feminine. I am going to start with the oracle. With the oracle, okay. Automatically, I was about to shuffle the wrong way. Something is backwards. I'm just going to say that. The energy is out there for that right now. Something has flipped completely backwards. I don't know what this is, divine feminine. I guess we'll find out together. There's something about, well, the energy that I'm getting or that I'm picking up on has everything to do with things needing to be completely backwards, quite literally. Something about words being used in a very malicious way. Here's harvest coming out. Just hang with me for a moment. Let me get the rest of the energies out. Here's divine lineage. So if you're harvesting your divine lineage, it means that you're picking up on all of the small nuances, the details. And I do want to say the devil's in the details. I don't know why this is really strongly coming out. Let's see what else. This card flipped over, soul forgiveness. Okay, this is not a very pleasant reading, actually. Okay, here's storm in reverse. There's been something, and I'm just seeing Oya here, Oya, that has been completely derailed. Because when Mother Nature doesn't feel like storming, it's like storming a room or storming into a situation. If the harvest of divine lineage now needs soul forgiveness, it means that there was something taken. If you're harvesting your own divine lineage, it means that you've effectively begun killing those people, places, and things around you that, and I was just watching Game of Thrones, so I could be picking up on some of that gotcha kind of energy. There's something about needing to really reevaluate exactly who it is that you're making alliances with. Personally, I despise working with a group for this reason exactly, because when you're the one that is productive and the rest of the group is harvesting off of your lineage, your bloodline, your spiritual input, and then asking for forgiveness, the saying, it's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission is coming to mind. Yeah, there's Yamaya. Okay. There's something that needs to be completely, I'm hearing hexed out. I don't know why that's a thing coming. Like, I'm talking about X'd out, but I'm saying also hexed out. If you've never heard Kiana Lede, X, I don't want to be your ex. She's begging somebody to come back to her. And once you've made that kind of naked realization that Yemaya is telling you, is informing you, you've now been harvested. If you've never seen Jupiter Ascending, you should go watch that. But it's about brothers and sisters who are competing for control of the universe. And as a result, they harvest planets, as in literally use the human life form on that or on any specific planet as their own harvest. Okay? Somebody's awakening to this, that this is actually happening. The awakening of your naked self is kind of like being a gentle gardener. I will use the map shifters deck in a moment, but I want to get one more card, please. So far, we've got number 43 with the harvest, number 6 with divine lineage, and number 28, soul forgiveness. Sacred lust coming out in the reverse. So there could have been something, literally somebody is lusting after your resources, your lineage, your actual crops. I don't know why I'm seeing crop circles. Someone wants to breastfeed, literally attach themselves to your nutrients. And I'm talking about emotional, spiritual, physical nutrients. They are leeching off. I'm hearing crumpets leech. If you've never seen Bedknobs and Broomsticks, go watch that. This is literally the trumpet sounding. Here's miracles in the upright. Someone doesn't want you to experience miracles. They don't want you to think that they are the, I want to say in the Emerald City, when he pulls back the veil, they don't want you to think that they're orchestrating everything from behind the scenes. And that's what is going on right here with this harvesting of somebody's divine lineage. I do want to say it's a very holy person. If you can see her halo, it's a crown. It's criminally being owned. She's got her hands folded like this. Top of the read is number 42. She's dressed all in white. Soul forgiveness without sacred lust. It's almost like someone was lusting after your sacral chakra. They wanted to reap the energy based off of your sacral energy. That means the children that come out of it, the pleasure that comes from it, the energetic flow of energy going both directions. Somebody's literally been like a vampire on that area of your life. Give me one moment. They've been literally taking from you a hell of a lot more than what you thought. Okay? Don't underestimate the how attractive, how appealing, how lustful the energy can become when you have this many different attributes available at your disposal. That's not a joke. Once you've mastered yourself, you don't need to be afraid. There's no fear. I'm also hearing Dej Loaf. No fear. It's kind of like don't break bread with your enemies. And if you are breaking bread with your enemies, it means that you're taking it's a sacred pool. That is what your sacral energy and waters embody. A sacred pool full of gems, jewels. There's the moonlight. I don't know why the camera doesn't want to focus, and neither does this card. There's a owl flying in front of the moon, and then there's a fairy with an hourglass, like through the sands of time. standing right here at the corner watching the entire thing take place. The secret of your divine lineage is something that someone is trying to harvest as though they are. I almost want to say like oil rigs in the middle of the ocean that are fracking, but they don't think they have anything to do with earthquakes, fault lines in California, none of that. They don't think they have any responsibility for any of that. They do. And they absolutely will have insurance companies or regulatory, if you want to talk about having a regular cycle. I'm just keeping with the divine feminine energy here. The pool of your energy has become their source. No need to fear. They're going to get what's absolutely coming to them. Okay? Just wait. Here's goblins, number 5. They've been gobbling up every part of your life. And then as soon as you notice, as soon as you take note, as soon as you speak up, as soon as you take a stance that is against what they're doing, instead of being goblins, they turn into goons. They turn into ghosts. They ghost you. Okay? That's the energy coming through. I'm sorry if I seem disgusted because I literally am. People can be disgusted by things like, oh, I didn't take a shower today, or oh, your environment looks disgusting. People can be disgusting on the inside, and that's what this is. Can I get a card for sacred lust in the reverse, number 26? They have no spirit, and they don't have, I don't care how dirty your physical space is, these people here that have been sucking off of your sacral chakra energy, trying to tap in, trying to control it, trying to be a part of it, trying to automatically just say, oh, I'm going to ask for forgiveness instead of permission. That is disgusting. And I do just want to say, if you're on a mission to do something, these are bottom of the deck. Okay. We've got miracles and coming apart in reverse. If you need to transmute, transfer, or transport somebody else's energy in any way, shape, or form, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, from the sacral chakra or otherwise, you don't have a part. That's probably why you don't have a spirit, is because you're trying to include yourself as a part of somebody else's literal cycle, their mission. You are drinking from a pool that never belonged to you. The spiritual karma that is accrued by doing something like that will handle these individuals without you even needing to lift a finger. They will no longer have a part, a place, and they already didn't have a spiritual place. But this means that next lifetime, they're going to go through the same thing again. Again and again and again and again. No part. The only thing you need to do, divine feminine, is stand your ground. Keep the same directional flow. You don't need to hustle anybody. You don't need to ask for assistance. The universal exchange of energy is going to wreck these people so hard and so fast, there will be no recourse. Obviously, no intercourse. Whatever it is they're going for, and it might be days, it might be hours, it might be years. Who cares? It's gonna get there because they're coming apart at the seams. I do just want to say right underneath this is number 30. Then there's wishing well. So I just want you to see this making a choice. If you're not a part of your own life and you're not worried about your own sacral chakra and you're not worried about your own existence on this planet, on this earth, under this moon, we wish you well. We wish you well. Okay? Your eyes have been shut for so long that you're going to go through cycle after cycle after cycle without metamorphosizing anything. Your metaphysical body has been screwed up to the point where it no longer has a part in making a choice. Now you've got to go pay off your karma. And she is a biatch to deal with, especially if you decided not to wish somebody something outside of who they are, of what they stand for. This magic stream in reverse, I could keep going on this deck, but we're not going to. We're going to leave it alone and let them come apart at the seams like they're supposed to. Okay? Probably going to infuriate some people saying that, but I don't really care. I don't care. Okay, let's use the Eye of Ra deck. Look, if you've got the courage to step in without any love, you're just out of love, or if you're just out of space or out of energy or out of whatever, then get out. You know, and Get Out with Jordan Peele, where they snap that picture with the camera. And I do want to say it's kind of like the Men in Black erasing your entire memory. That's what you've just done with all of the spiritual karma that you might have accrued for yourself. Your metaphysical body will no longer have a memory, a record, nothing. And the more that you try to push it on to the person whose energy that you're harvesting, the deeper and deeper a hole you've dug for yourself, not for the person, for yourself. And Get Out, as soon as that picture is taken, he snaps out of it. He's with his white girlfriend at a party. He's a part of something. And then as soon as that picture is taken, he wakes up. Now we've got love in the upright. See how that picture just happened? Then he has to love himself enough to get himself out of the situation because he was absolutely clueless, right? This harvest, I feel like the love is actually the top of the reeds. I'm going to leave it there since we've already taken the snapshot. Yeah, look. the wealth of your harvest within the sacred pool that you reside within, just emotionally, physically, spiritually, that wealth is about to disappear. I'm going to make a prediction. There goes the ego. Now your ego is what reigns over your spiritual lineage as it comes to the ebb and flow of your life. You've now got rings around the rosy and the posy and that's the plague. If that's something that you want to be responsible for, you go for it. Keep doing what you're doing. It's obviously not working at all. This I do just want to point out, this says Sarah Lakali as a divine lineage that is now completely ego driven. Instead of being Tina, you are now Ike. Now you're the beater. Now you're the beater. If you want to be an egg beater on someone else's divine lineage, that's what happens. Just like that. I'm going to apologize if I come across as super disgusted, because I think it's disgusting that humans do this to one another. I want no parts. I feel divine eminence, energy, emergence. I don't think they want any part of that either. Look at that. Spiritually checked the hell out over here. And the very next card is the spirit of space, place, and being completely drained out of your life. Completely drained out of your life. Did I say that these goblins were going to turn into goons? Into ghosts? They don't have a spirit. They don't have a physical vessel. They have nothing. And they're asking for soul forgiveness here. Let me see what comes out with spirit of place, please. As well as sacred lust in the reverse. Yeah, your own pool, your own sacred pool turns into sacred lust in the reverse over here. And you don't have a spirit in that area anymore. That's what happens. See that kind of Fibonacci sequence spiral? This is someone spiraling out of control because they've lost. Let me tell you what sacral energy really is. Sacral energy is the creational space. It's where we draw the ability as a species to reproduce. So if you can no longer create, it's probably because you've been sucking off of somebody else's soul, spirit, and sacral energy. It isn't rocket science whatsoever. It's courage. It's a lightning bolt. Just that fast. Wherever it needs to happen. When you've got an ova or an egg, the two reasons that you lose your egg is because it's been fertilized or because you cannot grow. You're sterile. You're all alone, staring at love, wishing that you had something besides what it is that you actually have, which is a miracle meaning that you don't even have a part anymore in love, because this is what has happened already. You can get mad all you want. That's why I'm saying I don't care. I don't care. It isn't I've given birth. I've contributed reproductively to this earth. Divine feminines out there have given birth. They've raised children, even if they aren't their own. Even if you want to adopt, this would be like the energy of you not being able to be approved for that. That's what I mean, is the energetic signature will be dispelled. Will be dispelled. I don't care how it happens. You will not grow here. Even if you found the perfect environment, perfect house, perfect income, perfect husband, perfect wife, nothing will grow there. Let's just say someone just drops a baby off at your front porch. You're going to abuse it. You will not have the energy of love as a part of your repertoire. Just because you gave birth to a child doesn't mean that you actually know how to show love. It doesn't mean you know how to show love. It means you don't know how to show love. If you can't grow with, alongside, or because of a child. And if you're going out of your way to harvest the wealth of someone else's sacred pool, you've completely screwed yourself. Your divine lineage is secretly completely Saturn filled. You're completely egotistical. You have no concept of anything outside of yourself. Your soul forgiveness, yeah, not even a goblin, a ghost, or a goon would touch that with a 10-foot pole. The sacred lust has no spiritual growth. In the upright, this means you conceived in love. Love. You conceived a baby out of love, because of love, in spite of whatever circumstance you might be going through. In this case, that's no longer possible. Got the Page of Wands in reverse, like I just said. Not going forward with that. I don't know what divine feminine I'm picking up on right now, but there's no Venus energy in here, except for the part of love that has already come apart at the seams because someone wanted to make a miracle out of somebody else's life. Someone. Here's the Four of Swords. Yeah, your ego is not going to wait. You will be egotistical until the day you die unless you choose to do something about it. You will pass on to the next realm, reincarnate yourself, and do all this all over again. Sure, you can be really proud of yourself. Like, yeah, I'm coming back. I believe in reincarnation. I'm coming back. Nobody wants to come back to that. Go watch the Ringmakers of Saturn. How miserable must you have to be to literally circle somebody's life, have no part in it, and try to steal their miracles because you've never experienced love? Not even one time. You've not created love. You've not reciprocated love. You've never actually had love. How miserable. God bless you, whoever this applies to. Yeah, there's Eight of Cups. This soul forgiveness, yeah, there will be no spiritually walking away from being a goblin or a goon, especially if you're asking for forgiveness. You have to change this behavior first. Walk away. Look, let me show you. Let me show you how to do this, okay? Decide that you know better. Number 5 is a knowing. You know better than to be goblins, goons, and ghosts trying to haunt somebody else's life constantly without any kind of spiritual direction, without any good intentions. Walk away. And next lifetime, maybe you won't have to ask for forgiveness because you asked for permission first. Once upon a time. Here's the Chariot. Yep, that's what I'm saying. This is the sacred lust. We've got sacred lust, spirit of place in the reverse, and no growth. Someone's gonna move straight the hell on. Those divine feminines who have been able to embody something greater than themselves, that have given and received love on a real plane. Those are the ones that are going to move on. And whatever energies have kept these individuals in this stagnation, because that's what it is, it's stagnation. This is the 4 of Swords. There will be nothing offered. You will continue to wait, and no, you're not going to walk away from it until you're ready to move on. Does that mean next lifetime? I don't know. I guess I'll see you next lifetime. Does it mean that you don't know how to move on? I don't know. You will know better than I would how this applies. There on the bottom of the deck is the Hierophant. When you pass through these gates, you will be judged. And if you don't have something real specific to tell this one right here, that one right there. That one right there. Trust me, I don't care if you're married or not. You better have a good reason for having done this to somebody else and making it your life mission, your life goal, your life purpose. The lessons that other people are supposed to learn on this planet don't necessarily apply to you. They don't apply to you. Mind your own business. I'm sorry, Divine Feminine, but that's what I'm hearing, feeling, seeing, thinking, whatever at this point. This is not a very pleasant read, like I said. Let's just get one. Just one. That's all we need. I am creating a life that aligns with my passions and values. Do that. You see how she's just sitting inside her own house, minding her own business, looking out the window of the world, at the world. Nobody should be doing this for you. Imagine someone just victimizing her, like, oh, I'm just gonna suck all of her energy out and then regurgitate all my problems on her. No, that is not what we are doing today, ladies and gentlemen. No. And the more you do that, I'm begging you to understand it is not even, listen, if this was happening to me, I would be concerned, but more than concerned, I would want to send blessings to the individuals who thought that was a good idea to begin with. It is mind boggling the level of bass awkwardness that this embodies. When they say demons get into the world through unhealed sacral chakras, or people who didn't mean to have a baby, or people who are, like in a really bad place, like that's what they mean. They're talking about this energy. They're talking about this very energy that targets, it's almost like a negative forces and energies and spirits and whatever it is that you believe in. They can tell when you're the type of individual who's left themselves open to being split down the middle. They just swipe your butt crack like a credit card and pop, they've got an entrance. Don't do it. I'm telling you now. I said I was only going to get one, but I'm going to get two. This is for the overriding. This is for this lower portion of the actual read. I am worthy of love and respect. Yes, you are. And I am pulling that directly from the upper portion of the reading that I just put this on. You are worthy of love, value. Get your own. Even if I wanted to give someone else my inner value and worth, I could not. It's the best kept secret that all your value, all your wealth, to begin with, once upon a time, all your worth resides within yourself. I don't care if you say the same words that I'm saying. I don't care if you pretend to act the same way that somebody who's worthy of love and respect acts. You can't lie energetically. Your energetic footprint is just as unique as your literal biometric. And if you don't think that the spiritual realm already knows that, woo, best of luck, my friend. Best of wishes to you and all that you do. Hopefully this will shed some light. Sorry if it was a bit harsh, but I don't have much respect for those who try to dance on the head of someone else. Okay?